It says we're live. I don't see
anything.
anything. Oh, there we go. Okay, it says looking for game to capture. Okay, hold on. Let's move the chat up
Looking for
here.
game capture.
You see that?
Looking for a game to capture.
Looking for a game to capture. Good times. Good times. Now let's put. Look, where's Zan? Let's get Zan. All right. Do we see Zan now? Do we see Zan? Are you on?
Yes.
Zan is on. Okay. Zan is on.
Perfect. We can hear Zan. Okay, let's see. Let's try playing and see what happens. I don't know. The sizing is all over the place. Whatever. We'll figure it out. And if it just keeps saying looking for game to capture, then it's the best.
It's the best.
It's the best. We'll just have to switch the stream to be full screen Zan. Oh, hold on. What happened to Zan? Hold on. Let's make him full screen. There we go. Full screen Zan the Man. Special edition.
No.
Special edition. All right. Welcome. We're starting up. Oh, we got a question already. Look at that, Zane.
Alpha, let.
What do we got?
GT. Any question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
Welcome, Alpha Lit Jetty. Welcome to the stream. And he has a question. And the question is, why can't I get motivated? When I get a good plan going or tell myself to do something in the morning, I can't do it. I feel like my heart rebels against my mind.
So what are you trying to do? Let's get specific. Let's dive into some coaching. This is it. We're coaching here on this stream.
The coaching.
What do you want to do? Let's look at this morning. What did you want to do this morning that you didn't do?
It's happening. Alpha, what did you want to get done this morning?
Mm-hmm.
Where you found incongruency? What did you want to get done this morning? Hey, Evan, thank you. You were so inspiring today, this morning.
What happened this morning?
You inside the built to serve Readers Insider Club.
Okay.
I thought it really touched me, and I've heard the story before, but for some reason today, it touched me in a different way.
What did I say?
You was answering someone's question about making videos, and you said it was touching how you said, you know what, you make videos every day, and you had an accident and you're in a neck brace, and you had this big thing on your head, yet you still hit record and made a video.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, this guy make videos every day. No one has an excuse not to make a video every day.
Yeah.
And
dude,
so
I looked back. Sorry, go ahead. Finish.
Yeah, I was so inspired, man. And I said I just have to renew my commitment, because wow. And so before we got on the stream tonight, I shot me another video.
Hey now, look at that.
I was so inspired, man. Like, wow. And I said, I have to ask Evan, what was it? What was the defining point? Why did you get to a point in your life like, I've got to make, because you hurt, man. You messed up. You just chill out. You know, you're not supposed to be making videos. What is it that drove you or motivated you or say, I still got to shoot a video? What's your why?
Identity, dude. Identity. It's like Evan Carmichael does hard things. That's it. Like, it could have been a thing where I could have said, hey guys, I can't make videos for the next month because I'm healing, right? Like, everybody would have understood that. If I canceled my tour, everybody would have understood that. I mean, there might be a couple people who are like, I don't know, who get pissed off for whatever reason. But for the most part, people would understand what's going on, right? Oh, let's see. I pulled the game. Oh, it's not finding the game. Oh, wait. I think it is finding the game.
I see the screen.
Let's see. Is it black? Is it just black screen right now for you?
It's black right now, yeah. That means something's coming.
I hope so. We'll see. Otherwise, we'll have to fix it on the next.
It is.
You see it? All right. Okay, good. Hey, nice. So everybody would have understood, and I just did not want to quit then and there. You know, I did not want to quit then and there. For myself, really for myself, not even just for the audience, but like, I don't want to quit. Not yet. I'm not done yet.
But you would not have been quitting. You've been taking a pause, taking a break.
I know, but I could have done it. That's the thing. It's like, I could have done it. I could have done it. I wasn't at my max. I hit my max once, right? I think I've told you the story about getting in and out of the car, and then I started crying because I couldn't get in, I couldn't get out. That was my max. Like, I had a breakdown. Like, I could not. I was in so much pain. I couldn't get in the car. I couldn't get out of the car, and eventually Nina had to like shove me in the car, like put her hands on my butt and like push to get me in, and it hurt like crazy, shooting all down my spine. Right. I would be okay not making videos at that point. Like, that was too much.
Right.
But to say by default, no, I'm not going to make videos. Like, I looked at it. Why I mentioned that is because I looked up my name. I was making the slide deck for Brandlytics today. Yesterday, I looked up my name. I was trying to find a specific video, and there was a picture of me with the giant scab. For about a week and a half or so, I had a giant scab, huge, like an inch and something on my forehead, because I smashed my head against the wall. And I remember, yeah, I had a scab, like this giant thing that old Evan and a lot of people would say, well, I'm not going to get in the middle of a video camera with this freaking thing on your head and a giant neck brace and on top of being in the pain. But I could have. And so I did. And that's how I want to pride myself, is I want to be the guy who follows through. I want to be the guy who does it for myself. As much of it might be an inspiration to other people, it's like, for me, I don't want to say I quit until I actually feel like I need to quit. Let's just see. Like, let's give it. I didn't know that I'd finish the whole tour, but I said, let's just go to one more city and let's just see. Even that next stop was in Kansas City, and I was going to I already decided I was going to refund everybody their money. Right? I was going to refund their money because I knew I couldn't do a 3-hour session in Kansas City. It wasn't going to happen. But my idea in my head was, I'm going to refund everybody the money. I can't get my money back on the hotel because it's like day of. But let's just go. I'll just go for an hour and a half, whatever. Whoever wants to show up and meet me for free and have a conversation, like, let's see how far I can go. And I was making a video to tell people. I was going to make a custom video to say, hey guys, here's what's happening in Kansas City. And the first time I tried to make the video, I almost passed out. I couldn't get through the words. My head was hurting too much. I was getting dizzy. I almost passed out on the couch trying to make this video. And I thought, wow, like, I can't even make a 4-minute video. How am I going to be in front of an audience for an hour and a half? And so I was on the verge of canceling it. Like, that's my max. Like, I'm at the verge. And I said, you know what? Give me 2 more hours. Like, let's wait till after lunch. I come back after lunch, and I'm able to make the video. He's like, you know what? Let's do it. I made the video. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go tonight. See what happens. And I only stayed there for an hour and a half. And then my wife, Nina, she pulled me off the stage. The only time I've ever been pulled off stage, because Nina had the final say. But I'm super proud of Kansas City, even though it was my worst event. Like, I had to be pulled off stage because I was starting to lose my coherency. But those are the moments where you define who you are. It's when it's hard.
Wow.
So anyway, I want to tie my self-esteem to doing those difficult things, and that was a big part of it. I'm pumped for it now because a lot of people have said now, even before, a lot of people say, well, I can't do this because of X and some physical limitation. Right. And I've never been through a big physical limitation. So like, okay, you know, you still do difficult things, but now I can say, I broke my neck, right? Like I was sitting there with a concussion and a broken neck. What is your excuse? You can do this. Let's go. Right?
Yes.
So that's why the guy, I forget what that guy, Raymond, I think it was, why he was, what the context was, what he was bringing up. By the way, can you see the game? Is it loading okay?
Yeah, everything's good.
Everything's fine? Okay, good. Uh-oh, I'm going to die.
Wow, no, it's amazing, man. Like I said, I mean, I've heard the story before. I read the story before. Saw the pictures, the whole 9 yards, and I'm like, and for some reason today, it just hit me in a different kind of way.
Well, I also turned up in saying it. If you go back and watch the replay of that video, I turned up when I was doing it.
Yeah.
Because I felt it, you know.
But thank you for that, man, because it does, you know, sometimes it takes just a little bit of an adjustment to move the needle for people.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think if we're looking at the conversation there, Fawn does talk about not making videos because he doesn't edit it. He doesn't have the editing down.
Right.
Like that's the excuse for not making videos. I'm sitting here lying out on a couch with a scar on my forehead and concussion and broken neck, and I'm making videos. You can't make it because you don't know how to do lower thirds on your right. So like just perspective. That's all.
All of us. I mean, all of us are in that. You know, all of us are in that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And it depends on it'll be surprising to see who takes what from who takes what from. I mean, I know what I took away from it enough to say, you know what, every day, man, just every day.
And you went and you made a video. You made a video today. I love it, dude. That's great.
This should not be, I'm like, but this should not, moving forward, this should not have to be a conversation again. This conversation is settled. It should be done. Yeah,
I mean, I can't tell you the last day that we planned to have a video and nothing went up. When I said I was going to do a video, it's been years, dude, years. Like,
yeah,
I don't know how many years.
There's certain things you get to a certain point in your life, like, you know what, that's it. We're not going back. Moving forward, this is how it's going to be forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to be physically unable.
Right.
Because I've now learned to love those moments, right, where it sucks, where the quality is lower, but you see the hustle. Because even though the video quality wasn't the best, you see me trying, right? You see it like it's super close. What is this guy doing? You see the effort, and that effort becomes an inspiration for people.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Man, no, like I said, it was great. It was great, and thank you for that, because it just, that little bit right there in that 25-minute or 30-minute get together.
Did it?
You know, again, you never know what piece that a person needs or could take away that gets them over the hump or get them unstuck or moves them forward. And I'm like, I gotta shoot a video. Shoot a video.
All right. Well, how's our chat doing?
Go.
What happened with Alpha?
Alpha, okay. Okay, real quick. We got Tess in the house. In the house. We love you, Tess. Amal's in the house.
Wait, hold on. Tess was in that session too. Tess, were you moved by that moment? Or did it just kind of wash over? I'm curious.
She said she cringed when you described your injuries. You are determined and strong. People are born in May, never give up.
People born in May never give up. All right, listen, we'll take it. Why not? We'll take it.
She's like, I look at my videos and go, really? What are you thinking? Then I try again.
Nice. Yeah, let's go.
No, Tess is great. So, hello, gentlemen. I'm back. She said she's back. Okay, Haiti, my song. Claudia says, how do I be happy? Okay, let's go back up to Amal. He's here. Let's go back up to Alpha.
Alpha.
Okay, so the biggest thing for him was exercise. Okay. So he says, I want to get up and make a change in my life, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Hello, Latricia. Welcome.
So you got, if it's exercise, you got a couple options. Okay. The first is try to make it suck a little less. Right. So what could you do that's exercise? So for me, my exercise is I hop on a trampoline, I bounce, and I rotate between like big time bouncing or running on the spot for 20 to 30 minutes while I watch one of my own videos, usually from the top 10 channel. Right? That's my process. I like it. It makes it a lot more fun. Right? I'm sitting there, or not sitting. I'm standing there, jumping around, learning from Elon Musk and all these people. Like, it makes me feel a lot happier than if I was just going on some boring treadmill. Right? So you have to, step one, start thinking about how can you make the actual exercise itself a little more fun. Maybe you go out and you play basketball, or maybe you're doing something with a friend. It doesn't have to be this thing that's terrible and you hate and you dread every single day, right? The second thing is tie it to an existing routine. So what current routine do you already have? What's that, Zan?
I was going to ask you your morning routine when you get up and what you just mentioned. You do it even on Saturday and Sunday, or just Monday through Friday?
Now, both on Saturday and Sunday too.
Okay, so every single day.
Every single day. A lot of that's because of me trying to fix my health too.
Okay.
So we didn't actually update on the stream, but I got my blood work back. And good news, bad news. The bad news is it's still high. So I have high blood pressure. High cholesterol, and it runs in the family. Both my parents are on cholesterol medication, and my doctor instantly wanted to put me on cholesterol medication. Just over 3 months ago. I'm like, I don't want to be on medication. This is like I'm signing up for a life sentence right now, right? I mean, basically, I'm 40 years old. I don't want to be on this for the next 80 years. It's crazy. Like double my life, I'm going to be on this thing. So that's what started the 90-day challenge. And I was, let's see if I can remember the numbers. I was a 6.1. And I became a 5.67.
So you improved.
I improved, but I need to be 5.1.
Oh, wow.
So I got better. It went in the right direction. But
would exercise make a difference, or it's just diet?
Both, and like history.
Right.
So because both my parents had it or have it,
Relative, right?
It's a lot bigger risk, and I don't fall into the high risk categories in terms of I'm not a smoker, I'm not a big drinker, so I don't have those kind of tendencies that I have to worry about. But as good as I was on the diet for the 90 days that we did together, right? Mm-hmm. Now I need to go even more aggressive.
Wow.
So, or I go and do medication, right?
Right.
If you're not better, in 3 months, then I'm gonna have to put you on. Like she again wanted to put me on medication, and but I'm getting better. I'm getting better, Doc. Right? It's like, okay, 3 more months. So it's like I really can't mess up. You know, I really don't. Now, if at the end of the world, like this is just what it is, and I have to deal with it, I'll deal with it. But I really don't want to have to do that. So it's making even more aggressive choices. So when you ask me about, hey, do I do that 5 days a week or 7 days a week? Well, now it's 7, right?
Right.
It was 6. Now we're 7, and instead of being 15 to 20 minutes, now it's 20 to 30 minutes. It's not having any very little red meat.
That means we cannot eat these?
No, I definitely can't eat those.
Oh my God.
I definitely can't eat those.
Okay.
You know, so Nina and I were looking at, in general, like healthy lifestyle and what we wanted to do, and we're looking at doing a cheat day once a month off of when it was our month anniversary.
Okay.
And this Saturday is coming up. It's supposed to be it's our next month anniversary, and that was when our next cheat day was supposed to be. But it's like off until I get another 3 months, another 90 days, off for another 90 days until I get new blood work, and it's got to be better, and I got to be on a program that works, and that's where it shuts off. Like to Alpha's question about doing the work. I would love to eat those Doritos every day, but I prioritize my health, and I want to not have to rely on drugs my whole life, and that to me is more important than eating Doritos with my friends and the man, right?
Yeah, and they say that once, I don't know if this just insidious or not, but they say that once they start putting you on some type of medication or drugs, that it never goes back to normal. It's one drug, then it's the next drug, and sometimes the side effects from the drugs creates another drug you got to
take. Maybe. I hope not. I mean, thankfully my parents are not on a whole like
cocktail
cornucopia, yeah, exactly, right, of different drugs, so that's good. But yeah, maybe. I just don't want to accept that, and if I have to, great, right, I'll do it. But I don't want to accept that.
But keep fighting. Yeah,
I'll fight as much as I can. So, yeah, I mean, my grandfather had a pacemaker, so he had to completely remove his heart. So it's definitely in the family, but I want to do the best that I can to have a long, healthy life. So anyway, so it's.
This is a question. This is a question maybe coming from left field. Knowing what you know about your family history and coming from your lineage, can beliefs change the genetic structure? Can you believe so? Well, where you change everything. I don't know if I'm asking. I know I'm trying to ask.
I'm not practiced enough in it. That now you get into like Joe Dispenza territory of like I'm my cells regenerate every 8 years. It's totally new cells, and you can dictate that with your mind.
Right.
I haven't gotten that far to know. I was experimenting with some of those ideas when I broke my neck. For example, there's one bone in my neck that was major broken. That was like maybe I might have to have spinal surgery, which is kind of scary when that happened.
Yeah.
He gave me 50% chance of having to have spinal surgery, which you never want to hear. That's some scary stuff.
Yeah.
But then another one that was there's just a little tip. The second break in my neck was a little tip that broke off, and it's still broken. It hasn't come back together, but it's not a major issue. It doesn't cause me pain. It's not super important. And I was going through some practices to try to visualize, hey, connecting the bone back together, meditate on connecting the bone back together. And I didn't get any measurable results on that. Is it possible? Maybe. I don't have any direct experience with it. My belief is in I'm going to find a way. Like, right. I'm going to give it my best. That I'm not going to, as much as I want to eat those Doritos and celebrate with Zan, that like it's not even an option.
Yeah, exactly.
So any of the keto like snacks or anything else that we had is basically fully clean, fully healthy, and we'll see if I can move the needle enough to make it happen.
But when you also now you have to be a little bit more consciously aware or cognizant of your activities, of the things that do with your body, because you don't want to aggravate anything.
I don't think. I mean, maybe. I don't know that that's a problem. I don't think that it is. I don't think I'm at that kind of risk. I could be wrong. I wasn't told like don't do strenuous activity or anything like that.
Or play sports and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I mean, if anything, it's just like, hey, you need more. You need the cardio. You need the activity. You need to. It's good for your heart. So maybe I understood it wrong, or there might be something there, but yeah.
But Tessa, she's chiming in. She said that. Oh no, good. She says that this was an amazing insiders today.
That was fun, eh? That was good.
It was. It really. It was really good. And she said, keep trying those statin drugs. Keep trying. Those statin drugs can cause all sorts. She wants you to keep trying. Like, don't give up, because those statin drugs can cause all sorts of muscle pain. Try eating lots of green and exercise.
Yep.
Try never stop trying this stuff.
Yeah.
They stop your body from creating its own cholesterol.
Yeah. So exercise. I mean, limiting the red meat. Um, so like right now, I'm having fish and broccoli, or shrimp and broccoli, right? Uh,
Yeah, I said this is the time to work on your health and keep trying. You can do it. I did not, and I changed the numbers. It's a lifestyle change.
yeah.
Try intermittent fasting. That helps too. Okay.
Yeah. So fast until at least 2 o'clock every day. Sometimes five. I've done up to 66 hours. That's my max. 66-hour
Oh,
fast.
fasting. Wow.
Yeah. 66 hours was my biggest fast. Just water. Water and a
Wow.
morning coffee, but coffee like black, nothing in it.
Yeah, I fasted when I was younger, but I don't think I will ever do that again.
I mean, I mean, again, just depends. If
Yeah,
that's
yeah, it does. It
if
depends.
that's the difference between you living and not, like I'll fast.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I ran a marathon one time. So okay, I'm never doing this again. But you never know, right?
If fasting is if I'm gonna die or I'm gonna fast, I'm gonna fast,
Oh, of course, yes.
right?
It cleans out your system, a whole 9 yards.
So, anyway, so
Latrice,
yeah, we didn't talk about that
no, that's
yesterday
good.
on the stream, but
Well, I thought about, I thought about it. And I said, I don't want to intrude. I don't want to, on people's privacy. They want to share, they share. I don't want to, you
for
know,
me it's fine. I mean, as long as
yeah,
I'm not, it's for me it's more family, or if it's a sensitive issue for somebody else, I don't care about it for me.
right. But, so, it's still personal. And sometimes people want to, they want their privacy.
Yeah, that stuff
So
doesn't. That
I
stuff doesn't.
totally, I'm a big believer in that. I mean, to such an extent, I know people, oh, share more of your story. Like, no, 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 no. I would teach in a different way. You're not getting that much. But again, to each his own. But privacy is a big deal for me. But people see it differently. Because I mean, sharing your story did help and inspire. And I got, but anyways, let's go back over here to Haley, my song, Clarity says, um, okay, yeah, how do I, that's such a general, broad question. But anyways, I'm gonna ask Evan, question, Mel, question, this is really good for the thumbnail. How do I be happy?
So I really like to split up happiness. We've talked about it before, but worth going over again. I like to split up happiness between the momentary excitement. Like if Zan opens that bag of Doritos, it'll give him some happiness. I mean, if I eat a bag of Doritos, it'll give me some happiness. It tastes good.
Yes,
You know that.
it feels good.
I can taste it right now. That's
Don't
the
make me open
momentary.
it now. Stop it.
That's I can taste the.
Don't make me open it.
I could taste already the spices on my tongue. Yum! I'm ready. I want it. That's some happiness. Or you hit some milestone, you hit some goal, you achieve something, right? I mean, a lot of those are, it's fleeting. It's a momentary happiness, which is fine, which is great. But I classify that form of happiness as more excitement. You're really excited by something, and I think those are worth pursuing and worth going after. I think the problem becomes when all you're doing is chasing excitement. You're never actually getting the true happiness, which I would label as fulfillment. What you really want is fulfillment, and you don't get it because you're always chasing excitement. So if you've ever hit a goal and then you feel crappy the next day, it's like, oh, I thought I would feel better or different. You're still just the same person because you don't have fulfillment. And so having that mix is super, super important. Fulfillment comes from feeling like the work you do matters, is going to touch somebody, is important work, that you're living your purpose, right? That's fulfillment. And so I think both are worthy of going after, but ultimately your long-term, deep fulfillment version of happiness comes from you serving other people.
So yeah, happiness is fleeting, fulfillment is forever. You know what? I'm curious. Why did you ask that question about happiness? How do I be happy? Haley, talk to us. Why did you ask that question? And Tess wants to know, how are the Doritos going, Zan? Listen, Tess, I haven't opened them yet because I was going to enjoy them with Evan. Now that I cannot enjoy them with Evan, I would eat these in private, not on the stream. I would eat them in private. Okay, Latricia Boston, how are you? And there was another question. There we go. Amal. He says, you make very inspiring videos. Much appreciated. I'm an aspiring, I'm an aspiring surgeon.
Oh, all right.
And your videos are my go-to as a boost for
Wow.
motivation. Thank you. Appreciate you.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Hey, thank you for the love. And thank you for stopping in.
Yes, we appreciate that.
We appreciate you.
So let's see. Hi, this is Jar Fernandez. Hi, I'm Jar from Brazil. Okay, obrigado. And thanks for your great job. It helps a lot.
Awesome. Welcome from Brazil in the house. I love it.
Obrigado, Jar.
We're going international today.
Yes. Latricia Boston says, I think living in the moment and enjoying the moment can teach you to be happy and grateful. Totally agree.
Yeah, I think again both, right? It's like living in the moment and chasing excitement, and feeling like what you do is gonna matter.
Make a difference.
They're both versions of happiness, and I think you need both.
Pretty good. I think we got all the questions that quick.
All right, guys. Hey, welcome. Sounds like we got some new people here today. You got questions for me that I can help answer? Pop it down below. Zan and I will do our best to stay on top of them and give you some value.
Yep. We're here to have fun and also help you and answer your questions.
So Zane, what was the video you made today?
You know, it almost pertains to the video that the first question we got. Why can I get motivated when I got a good, the whole thing.
Okay.
Well, the video I made today is the 4 reasons.
Why?
No, the 4 secrets to success.
Okay.
And I'm going to. It was going to be a 2-part video, but I'm going to redo it again tomorrow and put all the answers in it tomorrow. But today's video was just bringing awareness of what those 4, why you're not getting more things done, and why you're not more successful. And I just shared those 4 secrets. And I'm going to redo it tomorrow and add all the answers to that instead of just, I'm thinking I'm leaving people hanging. So I think when I open up the video, these are the 4 reasons why you're not more successful. These are like, you know what? Do the powerful opinion, give a story, give the advice, but give the answers too.
All right. Cool, man. Exciting.
So I'm going to redo it tomorrow and extend a little bit better. Because I haven't posted. I got some other videos I need to post first, anyways.
All right.
So, I just gotta shoot the video, and that wasn't even part of the plan today. I'm like, you know what? Make videos every day, and that's one model, or that's one mantra, and the other mantra is progress over perfection.
Let's go, Zan. Let's go.
Progress over perfection. So yeah. So let's see what we got here. I think living in the moment. Okay, we got that.
Okay.
I'm at a stage. Okay, this is still Latricia Boston. I'm at a stage in my life where I feel there is something else I'm supposed to do. I just don't know how to foster this or what this is. I know it sounds crazy. Any thoughts on where to begin?
Doesn't sound crazy at all. What other crazy ideas are flowing through your mind as you talk about it, as you think about it?
Yeah.
Listen, it was a. Did you say Patricia? What was her name?
Latricia.
Latricia. You've been ready for a long time. You've been ready for months. It's already been inside you that you know you got to do this. It's now just kind of bubbling up where you're confident enough to kind of share it with us, and we're grateful that you would choose, this place to share your crazy idea, but it's not crazy and you've been ready for a while. So we got to step into that version of Latricia, at least for tonight.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, Latricia. So talk to us. What other crazy ideas do you have?
Okay, so we got some deep questions coming up, man. Okay, first of all, Ben Bertley is in the house. Hi, believers.
Oh,
Hi,
Ben Bertley in the house. Welcome, man.
How you doing, Ben? Ben Bertley. Okay, business success is in the house. Hello, business success. I'm gonna hold off on your question because you got a deep question there. Tess says, okay, I'm gonna answer this real quick. This is easy for me. And then I'll let Evan expound on it.
Oh, Zan is answering first. All right, I like it.
Yeah, it's easy, but this is easy.
He usually doesn't take them. All right, let's go.
Yeah, this is super easy. But I just think, this is super easy because I've been doing this my whole life.
All right,
and I enjoy.
I've been doing this my whole life. Wow, the setup on this question. Let's go.
As far back as I can remember, especially as a teenager.
Okay. What have you been doing?
Okay, so. Question, what do you enjoy doing the most, speaking or teaching? I enjoy teaching more than speaking. I think they're very similar, different skill sets, and but they're in the same family. But I enjoy, and you can also add preaching or something. But anyways, I enjoy teaching more than speaking. Evan, what say you?
I honestly don't think that they're so different. I mean, I think where I'm at my best as a speaker is when I'm on stage teaching. I just honestly just treat it like I'm teaching 1,000 people instead of one.
You don't think there's a difference between speaking and teaching?
There can be, for sure, but not my style. Like, what is this? Is this speaking? Is this teaching? What's brand lyrics for movie makers? Is that speaking? Is that teaching? When I want people to get something and to be moved, right? I mean, that's why I do what I do. I think of myself as a teacher. It's also coaching. Is it coaching? It's the same thing.
Right.
Everything is coaching. We've talked about this. Everything is coaching.
Yeah.
It's all coaching. So I don't see them as. I think other people might. I think it's a style and a choice. When I'm working on stage, I like to see myself as a teacher. That's generally what I see myself as.
So you put them both together.
Or coach. Like if you want to say coach, that's fine too. I'm coaching all the time.
So what we speaking and teaching put together? Speaking?
or mentoring, right? Like it's all the same to me.
Okay, here we go. This is a good one. You definitely get to answer this one first, Evan.
Okay.
Oh, this is a good one. This is good. I don't think have we had this on this channel before?
I don't know.
Let me see. Hold on.
We're gonna find out.
Okay, wait. Let me add this in. Tess says, I know she has to leave soon. She says, you teach us how, and when I see you on stage, you do both. Okay, good. Okay, here we go. See, we had this question before. Okay, Tess. I mean, not Tess. Mail. Question. This is good for your for titles. Hope you all. This is my business and success. Hope you're doing all great. Evan, my question is, what is your definition of death? Question mark. And do you believe in God?
Definition of death. I've honestly never really thought about it. So I'm not religious, although I resonate heavily with a lot of the messaging across.
What about the prayers?
Oh, I'm happy to. I don't pray, but I don't have a formal time where I sit down and pray. But honestly, I see like a lot of the work that I do as prayer. This is prayer. Right now, we're praying. We're praying together. This is what we're doing.
But
right?
Are your parents Catholic?
Growing up, yes. They stopped.
Practicing Catholic. Okay.
I don't remember at what age. So, but I'm happy. I'm happy to, like we prayed with
Jamie.
Jamie, yeah. It's like, and that was not the plan going in. That was just guided, right? It's like, hey, this is what's this is what I'm feeling, so I'm going to ask this question. Let's pray together. I have no problem praying with people. I like it. I feel like I'm.
But you would say you're religious and you're spiritual then.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't even know I would say spiritual. I don't know.
You don't follow organized religion.
Sure, definitely not. But I don't follow it. Here's the thing. I don't follow it so much for myself. I follow it to help.
Right.
Because if I talk about don't quench the spirit, right? It's from the Thessalonians. I love that. I love that whole theme.
Right.
You can learn from that. Like, I believe in that. And so if I'm talking to somebody who deeply believes in it, I can hang with them and I can help them more.
And you connect with them. Because at the end of the day, all of the religions, at the end of the day, they teach love your neighbor as yourself and be of service.
They're very, very similar.
Yeah, so be of service. So, and love is being of service.
Yeah, so I probably know more from the Bible than I would from other religions, just in terms of being able to have read passages and connect. But I love it. Like, if you've got, listen, as long as the intention is good, which it almost always is, I'm happy to experience it, be a part of it, learn the culture. I mean, I love it. And if I can then use it to help you get better as well, there's this great quote. I think it's from James, where it was the whole like Spider-Man quote. It comes from the Bible, right? With great power comes great responsibility. I'm pretty sure it's James, Book of James, but it's not quite that quote. It's more to those who have been given much.
Much is required.
Yeah, and like that's the thing that some people miss is like required.
Yeah.
Required. Zan, you're required to step up.
Yeah.
And then you know what the next line is in there? It's like, and to those who have been I'm pissed at myself. I can't like exactly.
I'm gonna look it up now because I'm
okay. Go look it up.
I'm gonna look it up.
Go look it up because I love the second part of it. I mean, I love all of it. But okay.
This is good. This is because the principles from the Bible are so amazing. It's so applicable throughout ages.
Okay, so to those who haven't been given much, much is required. And then to those who've been given more, it's something like that. Even more is expected, something like that.
Right.
Here it comes.
I want to make sure. I think I might have.
And it depends on the translation. It's different. Obviously, it's been translated different times. But that's my favorite version. The required version is my favorite version. It's
okay. So did I want to make sure I got the second part?
Is it James? It's James or Luke. It's one of the two.
Luke 12:48.
Is it Luke? Okay, it's Luke. There's another one from James in that I like. Okay, Luke.
Who's in Luke? Okay, it says, "For to whomsoever much is given, of him shall much be required, and to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more." So let me give the.
Say that second part again. It's a weird.
Let me do an amplified version. That's sometimes better. From everyone who much has been given, much will be required, and to whom they entrusted much, of him they will ask all the more.
Yeah, so like if you've been given, basically, at least how I understood it was, if you've been given more, then you are required to do even more.
Right. And I think I translate that into not just money and wealth, but talents, gifts.
Yeah. Okay, so then the next question becomes, okay, so like if you don't, there's some people who are super anti-religion, and so this is part of wearing their skin. I would never use that quote for somebody who is anti-religion and just hates the whole organization, right? Great. But for somebody who is, then the next question is, okay, Zan, have you been given much?
Right.
Like, have you been blessed, Zan? Do you have a lot in your life to be grateful for? Have you been given much?
But you know what? I don't. Did I have a shadow here?
Okay, but so much is required of you, Zan. Like, you're required to step up. Required.
Well, I really do believe in that because I think I might have shared it here, and I'll make this very quick. But when I was young, I'm 19, 20 years old, 21. I had a great job making a lot of good money. And I remember when I got my first couple of credit cards, I took my mom and my sisters to the mall. And I actually I said, I let them buy almost whatever they wanted to buy. And I walked away with $3,500 in debt just because I wanted to, because I like much was given to me. So I needed to share and give to other people. And, you learn years later, you gotta be a good steward over what's given to you. But I just wanted to make them happy and make them feel good. And fast forward to this day, I still find part of me do that in a different kind of way. But it's like you have to sometimes pull back and not do that. But again, that goes back. Well, God blessed you, so you got to bless other people.
So I mean, you say you believe in it. I believe in it too, right? I mean, that's all of what I preach. I'm a preacher.
Yeah.
It just I use different words and different examples, and I I write in different English, but a lot of what I'm saying, like what is Built to Serve? Built to Serve is very in line with teachings of the Bible.
Yeah, you're like a living example of it.
Well, listen, so is the Bible. What is the Bible? The Bible is people having experiences that then they shared, right? It was people having experiences with God, and then they wrote them down. It's like Luke had his experience, and James had his experience, and they had their experiences, and they wrote it down into a book that you can all learn from. But you can have your own experience. That's the one from James. There's something about prayer. It's like pray for wisdom from James. Mm-hmm. Don't pray for help. Like, please help me win the lottery. Pray for wisdom.
Right. That's how Solomon got his wisdom, because he didn't ask for wealth and the life of his enemies. He prayed, and God said, "Okay, I'm gonna give you the wisdom." Gave him the wisdom of God. So
pray for wisdom, right? So like, fix your prayers. Pray for wisdom. When you're asking for help, don't just ask for a handout. Pray for the wisdom to make a better decision. I'm a big believer in that. If you think about, again, these are questions that I would ask religious people. Like, does all, anything love that you make, is that God's work? Like, if you're coaching somebody, they get a result. Is that divine? Like, that's God's hand. God had a hand in that, right?
Right.
Great. So every book that you write and every life that you touch and every live stream that we're doing, right? Like, you think about, now this might be controversial. I don't know. I think if Jesus Christ came in 2021 instead of 0 AD or whatever, right? Or BC, he'd be doing streaming. He'd be doing YouTube and Instagram Live. Like, he's just a product of the ages.
You get the message out, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what does he want to do? He wants to get his disciples
to impact, impact as many people as possible.
Yeah, Martin Luther King would be using Twitter, right? I mean, that's
because of technology, right?
So as long as you're spreading a positive message and the intentions do good, you're doing God's work, or whatever God you follow. You're doing good work.
You see that, guys? Where else can you go? Have fun, watch gaming, watch Evan go for the goal, and get every answer in the book under the sun addressed. I mean, we're talking about from business to relationship to God to everything. Are you kidding me? Where else can you go? And you get it live. Come on. Come on.
But part of there's some energy, and you get Zane the Man's enthusiasm and beautiful smile too.
Because we're here to serve. We're here to serve it. Hey guys, then I'm not always. Sometimes I get off, and Evan has to get me back on track. But hey, we do our best here.
Got it. And then the first part I think he said was, well, how do I define death?
Right, and yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't really think about it. I don't like definition questions. In general?
I throw in my definition. My definition of death is to be absent from the body.
All right.
So that's if I had to define it, but then it could be an intundrum question, because there's people that if you don't have life and you have energy, some people like you're the Walking Dead. But in the context, I think of what he's asking, you know, to be absent from the body. You're not breathing anymore. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. You're in the ground. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's so much more. What I'm focused on is I got 80 more years. I got double my life to live before I'm there. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. But like you said, when people ask questions, there's always something more than just a question. So that's the reason why he, asked that question that kind of way. And Tess, Terry Wade Thompson in the house.
Terry Wade.
Hash Matt Amini is in the house. Terry Wade Thompson says, good evening, great brand analytics session today.
Oh yeah, you liked it? That was fun. We talked about how to do collaborations. I shared some
collaborations.
What?
Collaborations. That's good.
Yeah, I shared some never shared stories before. I mean, I do that in Movie Makers too. That's why I love the programs. That was fun. Good. I'm glad you liked it.
So Tessa says, your prayer is anywhere you are. And she says, to whom much is given, much is required. Luke 12:48. The Bible is your instructions before leaving planet Earth. And Solomon asked for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And then because he did not ask for wealth, he gave him wealth. Okay.
Yeah, I have an Evernote with all the different kind of quotes that I really like from the Bible. And so normally when I know I'm going to have some kind of religious conversation, I refer to that just quickly before, because I mean, alongside with the Francis of Assisi, right? It's like I preach all the time, and sometimes I use words.
There you go.
Or I spread the gospel all the time, and sometimes I use words. Right? Hey, we won! Look at that. We won! Victory!
Uh-oh! Don't tell Drew.
Don't tell Drew. Don't tell Drew.
And Ted says people die 1,000 deaths before they die. Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Round two.
So let's see. Ben Burley says, and by the way, did you make it to gold yet?
No, dude. I'm in. Look, bronze 1. We're climbing. We're trying. We're trying to climb the scale here. Bronze 1. Let's go.
Oh, here we go. So Hashmat Amini says, hello guys, I'm here. He says, question. Okay, Tess, don't go nowhere, okay? Stay here for a minute. Because she says Solomon was the richest man that ever lived. Okay, maybe biblically speaking. Okay, but Hashmat Amini says, Evan, okay, question. Evan, what's your top 3 favorite books of all time?
I'm trying to see if I can find my my quote. Let's see if I took up Luke.
Oh, Tess got to go. She says, good night, gentlemen. It was great.
All right. Much love. Thank you,
Thank you, Tess. Thanks for showing up, Tess. I know you have another show to go do. Thank you for showing up. We appreciate it. You have any last minute questions for Evan and Tess before you leave? We like all the comments. Yeah, so yeah.
Okay, so here's my version of it that I got. Okay, Luke 12:48, and there's different definitions and translations, right?
Okay, right.
From anyone who's been given much will be demanded, which is fine. We got that one. But the second line that I love is, and from the one who has been entrusted with much, much more will be asked. Much more, and then it's like, have you been entrusted with much, Zan? Have you been entrusted with much? Yeah, so much more will be asked of you. Stop complaining and get going. Much is required. Come on. Demanded.
Yeah. You always do more.
The Thessalonians one was, do not quench the spirit. And then the James one was, if any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you.
Just ask in faith, right?
Ask for wisdom.
But then later it says ask in faith.
If you lack wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you.
Okay. I thought the end it says, but you must ask in faith. But okay.
But then the next one is, but when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea blown and tossed by the wind.
Back and forth.
So this is where, like, if you believe, I think honestly, a lot of times I don't know where a lot of the stuff I come up with comes from. Like, you can call it divine intervention. You can have it like, hey, it comes through me, so I'm going to speak it out. You can call it God's will or whatever you want to call it, but it's trust in it.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Now that quote, actually, let me, here's something I'm playing with. This is maybe super controversial and we might offend some people, but I'm open. I'm playing with this. If you go back to that James quote, where if any of you lack wisdom, you can basically pray for wisdom whenever you want, right? Like, you can pray whenever you want, and you can pray for wisdom whenever you want, right? And you've got a direct connection, right? Like, if you wanted to connect right now, you could pray, and you're tapped in whenever you want. No? Or you have to go to church to be tapped in. Like, you could be tapped in whenever you want, or you have to be doing something.
Go to the priest and get intercessory prayer and all that. Again, it depends on, I guess, what you believe.
Well, I'm asking you, what do you believe? Like, can you be?
I don't know. No, we was always taught. You go. We. Okay, I hope this doesn't sound controversial, guys. I apologize in advance, but we didn't believe in you got to go to the priest and have a person between you and God. We believe that you have a personal, direct connection with Jesus Christ.
Okay, so let's play with that.
You go to God directly.
I'm workshopping this live. This isn't like a set opinion. So we're workshopping and open to. Didn't expect to go down a religious route today, but okay, great. So, like, whenever you want, you Xander Man can connect, right?
Right.
You want to do right now. You can close your eyes and pray, and like, boom, you instant connection, and you can ask for wisdom whenever you want, right? Like, I think praying, I had Real Talk Kim on, and we talked about praying correctly. I don't know if you know Real Talk Kim, which is a big pastor in the U.S. To pray correctly, to ask for wisdom. You can do that whenever you want. The thing about the Bible that was interesting was I didn't realize until later on that the Bible was basically just different people's experiences with God, right? It was Luke's experience with God. It was James's experience with God. It was whoever, their experience with God, and they wrote it. They wrote it down, and then got translated and it got bound into the book, right?
Right.
So this is the controversial part. It's like, well, you can have your own experience with God whenever you want through your prayer.
Right.
So could you do that? Like, could you? It's not that you don't need the Bible. That it's a great reference. But is it more valuable if you learn to actually pray properly? Could you have an even better experience and better connection and more wisdom?
Deeper, right?
On a deeper level, on a personal level, because you can ask for wisdom whenever you want.
Right.
Instead of just reading somebody else's story, like, go make your own. It's like, just like any book, you can read from somebody else's story and learn. But if you've got that direct connection, I think people should be tapping into that more.
But people are at different levels of interpretation and understanding. That's why they need priests and preachers and all that because they figure these guys are closer to God, and this is their profession. They've been in seminary school, so they're going to know the scriptures much better than you. So you have to go to them to understand the scriptures much better.
But everybody is child of God. Everybody can, like, if this is what you believe, right? Everybody's a child of God.
Right.
Even if I don't believe in God, if I'm doing good work, then I'm doing God's will, right?
Well, you can know them by their works, right?
Well, like, if someone doesn't believe in God, but if you believe that every good deed is done through God's will, right? Everything good in the world is through God, correct? Right. So correct. even if I don't believe in God, I'm still doing God's will, right. And I'm still the son of God.
Right.
So can people have their own experience, and is it a better experience, or at least one worth more tapping into, than just? I think a lot of people phone in the Bible. I think even a lot of pastors will mail it in. Like, they're not putting as much effort into the sermons and not encouraging enough. I think this is maybe why people lose faith in the religion, is there's not enough encouragement And again, I'm workshopping this. So guys, pointing out when I'm wrong, because I'm not going to the church every week, and this is literally brainstorming out loud for me right now. But I think a big problem is people don't have a customized enough experience to see how it fits into them, and they're maybe just reading prayers that are super old, that if they just learned how to pray better and tap into the connection themselves, they'd have a better experience, more wisdom, and a happier life.
Because God will reveal himself to them.
So chat and Zane, let me know.
Well, I was always taught, or at least I learned this, that prayer is talking to God, meditation is listening to God.
Okay.
So I think it's just like communicating with human beings. There's a right way to communicate and there's a wrong way to communicate. So with God, it's got to be a right way to pray, and there's got to be a wrong way to pray. So if you can pray,
I think you pray. I mean, you get what you ask for.
Right.
If you're asking for just.
But with God, because he's spiritual, you have to do it in faith.
I legit think this is why a lot of people have lost faith, is because it's not a customized experience enough to them. They don't know how to pray.
Right. And that's why they go to religious leaders, though.
But I think a lot of religious leaders suck at coaching. I legit think most
that could be controversial.
No, I think it's legit true. Like I think your average pastor doesn't go through training of coaching. They don't know how to wear the skin.
Well, they're supposed to be preachers and pastors, not coaches.
Well, but that's the thing. Like everybody's a coach. If you want to lead people, you have to coach them. So I think there's a lot of people who, and again, guys, tell me I'm wrong.
They rely on the word of God to give people instructions, not like, okay, let me give you my coaching. It's okay, this is what thus saith the Lord. Here's the commandments, X, Y, Z, and this is what you're supposed to do. So
but instead of honestly, like if the again, like I this is fun, and I'm not again trying to offend anybody. If you see the Bible as other people's experiences with God, why not then, instead of just telling me the Bible passage to read of James's experience, why not teach me to have my own experience? Why not teach me to pray better? Why not sit down and teach me to pray better, so I can have my own experience and get the wisdom, according to James, that I need?
Yeah.
No, I want pushback because it makes sense now as I'm saying it out loud. But I want to know like why that doesn't make sense. What's wrong with that argument?
Because here's your pushback. Because it goes against religious doctrine. You are supposed.
Well, I don't care about religious doctrine. I care about.
Well, but you're asking why? I'm like, well, because people they have to abide by what what's laid out. The precepts and the concepts and the rules and the I don't want to say the word performance, but the rituals and stuff. So you don't just hop over and say, you know what, because you got a shepherd and you have sheep, and the sheep has to listen to the shepherd.
But hold on, all men are created equal. No, like why you think God created sheep? Like sheep in men, sheep in humans, not sheep as the animals.
But they say the church is like, again, like the sheep, and that's why they have the Lord is my shepherd.
Okay, but between humans, everybody is equal. No, then.
Yeah, but it's a different set of rules when it comes to religion. It's a different set of rules, and people want to follow the word of God,
right?
Or you can be outside of that protection. And if God anointed, because you're not anointed, his teachers, his preachers, and his pastors, and they're anointed. His bishops, they're anointed.
Does it say that? Does it say that anywhere in the Bible? Like, is this? I'd love to see the passage on that.
Well, this might be in Galatians or something like that, but you follow, just like Paul, you follow the. Again, I'm just trying to answer your question about why people just just can't go and just do their own thing. They have to follow the teachings, the rules.
I see it as modeling success, right? Like ultimately, if I'm here trying to model Bill Gates or model Oprah Winfrey or model whoever, I want to model
right, but
Moses. I want to model James.
But you're not. Yeah, but people have different callings on their lives, and Moses, the people that Moses was leading, they didn't have the same anointing and call on their life like Moses and Aaron had. So
but is that ability? I guess that's what I'm asking. Is like, is that ability? Are you somebody is better than people are?
It's not that. It's that everyone has a different role, and God may bring His Spirit upon a certain person, but it's not visited on everybody. So that person is designated to do a certain work.
Okay, but when again you go back to James, it's not like some people God gives wisdom to, and other people you have to go to somebody to interpret God's wisdom for you, right?
But think about what you were saying about James. Now James was the brother of Jesus, but Jesus' inner circle was only Peter, James, and John. It wasn't all the other. He had 12 disciples. Well, of course he had more later, but he had 12 disciples.
Yeah.
And the main three was Peter, James, and John, not the other 9.
Okay. And
even when he went to go pray to God and said, okay, I need you to watch over me, he only took certain ones with him.
Sure.
And so again, when it comes to religious matters, that's why you have the high priest, you have people in different positions, and
listen, I get what the church is right now. I'm wondering like what the actual, like, show me in the text where it talks about that. This is why I think people are disillusioned. I think it's there. I didn't go to seminary school, but I think it's there. They just okay. Hashmat wants to know, can we change the topic now, guys? No more God talk. You're not liking the topic. Is there any other feedback? I love the idea of, because I'm not super well educated on the history or the text, but
Hashmat just want his he just want his questions answered. Like, enough of that. Answer my questions now.
I want other Nobody else has feedback? I'd love to have some feedback, especially if
let me see what Tess was saying. Something, I think she had a go. She says,
all right.
What's in your wallet? The parables of the talents. But I think she's got a stream she has to go through. Business and success. I don't think he sees as Evan. That's not about God. Nope.
All right. Well, we can move on. I appreciated the discussion there, Zane. We'll see where it ends up.
Like I said, it's one of those topics. There's about 5 major topics that people get extremely sensitive over.
Well, I think it's navigating it with care, empathy.
But sometimes, no matter how much you navigate it, you talk about politics, you talk about religion, you talk about some of the other topics. Like,
I think you can. I think
people
you can.
get extremely.
No, I think
in their corners, and that's it.
If you know how to wear somebody's skin, then you can navigate any topic.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying, just some people they.
Oh, I know.
They're cemented. It's like, that's it. You bring that up, and they get triggered, and they're gonna stay stuck right there. That's it.
All right. Well. Thank you guys for indulging us. We can move on with the questions.
Okay,
I enjoyed.
Hey, listen, but that's the beautiful thing about this channel is, Evan and I don't always agree, and no one should always agree, but we can still have a healthy discussion, not an argument, but a healthy discussion, and we can agree to disagree, and and people have different, and sometimes if you listen well, and a person makes very good points, backed up by facts and evidence and science, then you could sway and persuade another person to your way of thinking.
We do have the occasional intervention as well.
Yeah, well,
discussions and interventions. Those are the no arguments here though. All right, cool, man.
But just know that, guys, when there's an intervention, it's never Evan, it's always me. Just as a note, it's always
so far.
I'm always the one, the example. But that's okay because
You're welcome.
I know it's done in love, and I know they mean well. And maybe sometimes I bring it upon myself. That's why I have to
Well,
say,
and you always are. You always learn from it. It's a
yeah,
gift.
that's why sometimes I have to say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. Anyways, okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Business and success.
Okay.
Evan, my problem in business is I know a lot have been taken, and and a lot I have taken a lot of courses, read a lot of books, but I'm more of a perfectionist. How can I get started? How can I deal with how can I deal with it?
Well, let's workshop this again. What are you? What's going on in your head when you're trying to be perfect? There's two reasons why. And listen, this is super common too. So super common.
I'm probably gonna learn something from this conversation.
Let's work on what you're worried. So perfectionism in business. Okay, so what are you so worried about? Like, what do you want to do that is not perfect, and you're frustrated that it's not perfect? Give us an example.
Okay, and Haspel says, okay, one of my favorite books is The 5-Second Rule. That rule helped me help my mom with her first book, and I'm super proud and happy about it.
That's cool.
And then Haspel's trying to help business and success. He says, would recommend that you read The Second Rule. It's an amazing book. I'm a perfectionist myself, and that book really helped me to start doing things, take more actions, etc. And then business and success says back to Haspel. I can say their own conversation. We was talking about God. He says, "Hatchback, meaning thank you so much for your recommendation. I will for sure take that into account." And the hazmat says back to business and success. And remember to allow yourself to be more vulnerable and be open to launch, even if your product or service is not perfect. The more mistakes you make, the more you'll learn. And then Keaton Allison just dropped in and says, question. Are you a chicken nugget? What is a chicken nugget?
What is a chicken nugget?
Is. And that's it. We caught up on all the questions. Okay, right. no, and then you can go back to talking about God. No, I'm joking. Okay, No Mercy just popped in. Hey, No Mercy, what's going on? He says, yo, what's the best way to wash money, bro? I'm trying to change my life. What?
You go first, Zane. What do you got?
What's the best way to wash money, bro? I'm trying to change my life.
Let's go, man. What do you got?
I don't know what that means, wash money.
He wants to make money.
Huh?
He wants to make money. He wants to change his life. Doesn't like his life, wants to make money.
No. Hold on for a minute. You got to explain this, No Mercy, because when he says, yo, what's the best way to wash money, bro? I'm trying to change my life. Maybe I watch too many movies, but when you say wash money, that means you've been making some illegal money. You're trying to wash it, so you can. What are you talking about, man? Because we don't give out that kind of advice here. You trying to wash money?
Okay, let's get clear then.
He said, look, wash money as in trap money, bro. Listen. I told you, Evan. What? Okay, Evan, you know what trap money is, right?
No, I'm not the guy to ask. You want to do some illegal stuff? I don't know. I'm not your guy.
Yeah, but I can't. Dude, we don't even go there, man. From watching the movies I've seen, trap money is drug money. And now they want to wash it and make it more legit. I have nothing. I have nothing for you on that, bro. No Mercy. I don't know if you're a plant or a troll or you just messing around, but
gotta get clean, dude. Gotta get clean.
Yeah, man. We live good, clean lives here, man. We're here to help people. We don't get into those type of discussions. No.
But much love and thank you for popping in, dude. If you got something else for us, we're here.
Wrong place, man. Anyways, well, thank you for being here. Maybe you can ask a different type of question. He says, I'm not trying to do illegal. I'm trying to convert it to something clean. Again, No Mercy. We have no answers for you in regards to that. We're not the right people. We can't be all things to all people. And that's not what we do here, man. Appreciate it. You can ask a different type of question.
I just don't know, dude. Like, listen, there aren't that many things. It's like, I got no idea. But on that one, I got no idea.
I have no idea either.
That's like asking me how do you sew a dress? Like I had no idea, dude.
Yeah, I just know it from watching movies on HBO and stuff and the language.
You don't want to listen to Zane's advice from the movies.
Yeah, like I said, it's just that's how I know because I'm not about that life. I don't live that life. I don't have no one in my life that talks that way or do that kind of stuff. But when you watch movies,
well, you knew what he meant. I was thinking he just wanted to make money.
No. Because again, I see that in the movies. You know, when they talk about stuff like that, or you hear it in sometimes rap songs. It's okay. Okay, let's go back to slide. Okay, so business and success says, okay, my problem is I always think I need to learn more. I think I don't know enough.
Okay, so what are you trying to, what do you need to learn more, and what do you want to start? What's the business?
And talking about business, No Mercy said, okay, bro, what's the best way to build a business? Find a problem and solve it.
Yeah, I was like, what are you good at? What are you good at, No Mercy? What are you good at? Like, what skills made you great in the illegal business? What skill set did you have? What made you win? Is that a lot of times the people who win there is like they're just really good with people. You're good with people. You're charming. You're convincing. You can wiggle your way out of situations. So how can you use, if that's you, are you good with people?
Interesting, man. This stream has been like from God to the streets. It's been all over the place.
It's a whole new world, dude. It's a whole new world.
Nigel Pearson is in the house. What's up, Nigel?
Nigel, welcome, man. Welcome
Sound
aboard.
like he's from the UK or Australia. He says, hi, lads.
Hi, lads. All right.
Hi, lads. Joe McGilvery is in the house. He says, hello, Joe. How are you?
Hey, Joe. Welcome aboard, man.
We got quite a few newbies in here today.
We're gaming.
We love it.
We're answering questions. You got something for us? I want to know what No Mercy's good at. Are you good? Are you good with people, No Mercy? I got a vibe he's good with people.
Interesting questions. Life is about choice, man. It really is. Life really comes down to choice. So Joe says, I'm all good, Evan. And then No Mercy says his skills are negotiations and assertiveness.
Great, dude. So that's what you got to turn into a legit business. Help people negotiate. Go in and help them close real deals.
Arushan Spencer says, hi, noob. Okay, so how are you? Welcome.
A lot of people suck at negotiating, dude. A lot of people suck. I remember, oh man, there was a great interview with 50 Cent who was talking about, like, do you get nervous or something? This is back when he was doing the 50 Laws of Power.
Right.
Like, do you get nervous? He's like, do I get nervous? Dude, I've been shot in the face and, like, all the stuff that he had to deal with. Like, this? You think this business thing stresses me out? Come on now. Right? So, that's like...
Jay-Z says that, Ice-T says that. It's like, this is nothing right here. This, he said, because what they was going through on the streets was like, far more than this right here.
But it's translating those skills, right? So, like, what do you take from the streets and bring that into the business world? So a lot of people are super afraid of negotiating. Like, what if they make the wrong move? That gives a guy like you a big leg up. I would find a company where you believe in the product, you believe in what they're doing, you believe in the service, like you think it's legit, you would use it, you'd recommend it to your mom, and then go negotiate and be assertive. Like, help them go close big deals. Take a piece of the company. Now you're legit, and you're using the skills that you're great at for good.
Yeah. Joe McGilvery says, hi, Nigel, my brother. We used to make tons of money back in the day. Okay. And then Nigel says, been sacked from Waterford LC, bloody angry, lost my job 7 months ago, but got a new job as manager of Bristol City, bringing Brexit and Stella Artois to the championship. Okay. And then No Mercy wants to know, have you ever read
Stella Artois?
Is that Artois? A-R-T-O-I-S?
Yeah,
Artois?
okay. Yeah. Okay,
Stella
keep
Artois?
going.
Okay. So No Mercy says, have you ever read Art of War?
Not the full version. I've read pared down versions of it, but I don't read a lot. I read 10 pages a day.
Yeah.
I love learning, but reading is not where I get most of my learning. So.
But there's a lot of information out there on some.
But no, there's a lot in there that, dude, like, if you're reading that, you're not just negotiation and assertiveness, you're strategy. That's strategy. That speaks to how much of a strategic brain you've got. You combine strategy with negotiation with assertiveness, dude, that's a home run right there. You just need to find an entrepreneur or a business that you can connect with, that you can partner with, that you can be in charge of all that for them, where they suck at doing all of the biz dev, talking to people, too afraid, that.
Yeah, but a lot of street guys are heavy into Sun Tzu and Machiavelli and people like that too, because
dude, a lot of them are geniuses.
Yeah,
geniuses, just wrong environment. But now you get to pick.
Right. There you go. Right.
You get to pick. You get to change.
Because that street life is a dead end, anyways.
At some point.
Yeah, I mean, eventually. I mean, I haven't seen anyone that really. I don't care if you're in the mafia or if you just, a hood dude or a gang. It's just, that's a dead end.
Like, look at how did 50 Cent make all his money? It wasn't from his albums. It was from investing.
He got lucky to get shot 9 times and you still live to tell. That's very lucky. You don't get luckier than that. One shot, you're gone. He got shot. Well, I think it was 9 times. And
we're looking at doing a interview with oh my God, what's his name? Dwight Howard.
Oh, yeah, basketball player.
Yeah, and like, listen, another thing is, a lot of people don't give, like, just because you grew up on the streets or the wrong side of the tracks, whatever, it doesn't mean you're an idiot.
Right. No, it's just bad circumstances.
IQ and smarts doesn't discriminate like that.
No.
But a lot of people sleep on athletes too. A lot of people would look at Dwight and say, "Oh, it's just some dummy, just an athlete."
Look at Magic Johnson. He's one of the most successful
Johnson is a
people
genius,
ever.
Dude. Johnson is a genius.
Or even Roger Staubach, one of the most genius businessmen ever. So again, if you look at actors, look at Ice Cube and look what the life he came from, what he went through, and he's a very smart businessman.
Yeah.
I mean,
but people sleep on them. People don't think of them as, dude. The first non-entrepreneur that I featured on my channel, the top 10, was Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Because he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
But you don't think of Jordan as a billionaire.
Well, him and Phil Knight, man, you talk about partnership made in heaven. Him and Phil Knight, I mean, he was the brand in the face of Nike, and Phil Knight, I mean, multiple billions. I mean, but because of that relationship, Michael made more money doing that than he did in basketball.
So No Mercy, that you like, use 50 Cent as your hero, as your role model, as your guide for this. You need to own a piece of a business. Now he wasn't, as far as I know, I don't think he was super active in the company, but
Vitamin Water, he made a killing off of that.
No, I know, but I don't think he was active like day to day in the operations. I could be wrong. You can look it up and you can find out more than me super quick. But that's how he got rich. That's what it's Vitamin Water. Dude, give Vitamin Water to No Mercy. He's going to be out selling it and making his B, right?
Well, but I think 50 Cent really is a good example because, number one, he did write a book and he talks about all his secrets in, I mean, I have the book right here. I can show. Well, here we go. There you go.
The 50th Law. There you go.
Yeah, there it is, right there. And he combined with Robert Greene, who wrote the 48 Laws, of Power. And so he wrote the 50th, and they combined together. But the thing about 50 Cent, you look at his transformation, his evolution from being on the streets and selling drugs and everything else, getting in the rap game. He blew that up. and then he got into acting a little bit, and now he's the guy that's behind so many shows, like Power and a few other shows. He's in a producer category now, where he's produced, and he's giving thousands and thousands of people jobs now.
And dude, I mean, you're already doing it, no mercy, but it's starting to hang around in different circles, right?
Yeah.
Like 50 Cent. Have you seen Robert Greene? Robert Greene is not like 50 Cent would not normally hang with like a guy like 50 Cent doesn't hang with a guy like Robert Greene, right?
Right.
But 50 Cent does. 50 Cent does because he's smart.
And that's why you got to study him, because again, it's another like unpairing or unusual couple that you never would be together. But he's making so many moves. Look at Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. Who would have thought?
Oh, Snoop Dogg is a genius. Yeah, Snoop Dogg is a genius.
So you said about the business side of it. It's like super. I mean, look at stuff that Mike Tyson's doing with different people. Like, I would never put those two together. But to have
Tyson's a genius too, dude. I mean, but you're doing it. Like, no mercy. The fact that you're here is already doing it. How many people who you grew up with, if you told them, yeah, I'm gonna go on this guy who plays League of Legends and has a YouTube channel, we're gonna talk business. Like, what are they gonna say about that? Right? But you're here. You're doing it. You're hanging in the circles that you want to be hanging in. Like that's the next step. I love it, dude. You're doing it. It's Jay-Z hanging with Warren Buffett and Steve Forbes. You know
exactly.
Like,
and even Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre and doing beats, the headphones. He's like, no, I'm a producer. I'm a rapper. But he made more money in his headphones with beats than anything.
Yeah, but so you've got the smarts to hang, dude. But now it's about asking the right questions. Like, don't come to us and ask how to wash money. Right?
Like, with the business side, we gotta do this.
Jay-Z's not going to Warren Buffett to say, hey, how do I wash money? Right?
Yeah.
But you're doing it, dude. You're doing it. You're doing it. I love that kind of underdog story, because the world's against you, but you're a smart dude and you're gonna win. You just gotta play it right. But
to see, like you said, to see Robert Greene and 50, there's no way they will ever hang out together.
Go Google Robert Greene. Like, look at what he looks like, right? Like, that's typically not somebody like, I'm gonna go partner up with this dude.
Yeah.
Right? Most people just stay stuck in their zip code.
Or Martha Stewart and Martha Vineyards hanging out with Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. I mean, come on. I mean, it just, you would never ever put those two together in a billion years. And there they are.
If you know Snoop Dogg and you know Martha Stewart, you would, because they're both super smart.
Yeah.
And just talent recognizes talent and wants to work together.
Yeah. And they got a great chemistry together.
What color is everybody's money, Zan?
It depends on what country you're in, but in this country it's green.
It's all the same color. It's all the same color, dude. It's all the same color.
It is.
Yeah, actually, in Canada, we got.
One day, just hey, listen, guys. One day, I don't know when, but maybe 2025. But one day, just like Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart and Robert Greene and 50 Cent. Well, me and Evan not that far apart. One day, me and Evan gonna be partners. One day, I got some work to do, but maybe 2025. One day, we have our own show together. Evan doesn't know it yet, but one day. Okay, let's see.
We have a show right here. What are you talking about? One day.
I mean, I'm talking about like a real big sponsored paid for show or whatever.
This is a real big show. Come on now.
I'm talking about major corporate sponsorship.
So that's the definition of a big show for you, as a corporate sponsor?
When you're on a national, international platform,
we're on the biggest platform in the world, Zane.
Okay, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? It's not the same. It's not the same. But I don't know what it's gonna look like. But we're gonna have a partnership one day. I don't know what it's gonna look like.
We already do. You're running coaching.
It's not the same. We don't have contracts. It's not the same.
What contracts? I don't have a contract with anybody, dude.
Stuff. It's got to be, percentages and all. It's got to be. It's not legit yet.
It's not legit yet, dude.
It's not legit. It's not legit.
I don't have a contract with Jeremy. I don't have a contract with Alex. I don't have a contract with Bo. Dude,
papers
that's how I work. If you need a contract, I'm out, dude.
Don't papers have to be signed?
No. For what?
What about taxes and dividends and all that stuff, all that legal stuff?
Well, taxes, sure, we pay taxes on it, but
All that stuff all that has to be, legalized through the government.
yeah, he has a company, and I take a percentage of everything that we bring in.
But stay tuned, guys. 2025, hang in there. 2025.
2025, Zan, he's talking to you.
2025. Okay, what else we got?
What a session! This is the.
I know it's going right.
This is the stream today. You're hitting us all over the place. All right, let's go.
Good. And we rolling with you guys. We're hanging with you guys, and they're actually talking to each other, which is good. Okay. So I guess Nigel gets a headache from reading stuff online. Okay, that's different. Okay, sorry for your loss, Nigel. Okay, they're going back and forth with each other.
What happened to Nigel? Who do you lose?
Well, No Mercy said, thank you. I got to take my mama out of the projects and put Southside Chicago on the map. Okay.
All right.
Chicago ain't no joke. Southside Chicago ain't no joke.
I love Chicago, dude. I love the people in Chicago. When I went to Chicago on my tour, dude, it was epic. The entrepreneurial vibe in Chicago is epic. I love Chicago.
Yeah. So yeah. No Mercy said, 50 Cent, my inspiration, and Muhammad Ali.
There you go. I mean, even look at what Ali did. Man, that guy's
I got a poster of Muhammad Ali in my other room.
Underrated.
Oh man, just kill.
Even when he's still underrated. Underrated, sure, as a boxer, but like just as a genius, dude.
Yeah. He had a very powerful voice, man. Very smart man. Even as Cassius Clay and Muhammad Ali.
But 50 Cent is the model, dude. 50 Cent is the model. Go study 50 Cent.
Yeah.
You need to find your vitamin water and then own a piece of it and help them build and grow. Like you're actively out there selling with them. It's water, dude. It's a water company. Come
Vitamin water, man. Yeah.
You take a company like that and then you give them some of your negotiation, assertiveness, strategy, right? That's how you win.
So Joe McGilvery says he come a long way from a small town in Scotland. Now I make money driving trucks to Manchester, better than cleaning McDonald's toilets. Okay.
All right, that's something.
So you gotta do what you gotta do, Joe. Okay. And Joe McGilvery says, me and Nigel, we the geezers back in the day, we had to give up the expensive lifestyle. Police found our bank accounts in Panama after the financial crisis. Okay. Too much information. Oh my goodness. Offshore banking. You guys hiding money? Oh, let me ask that question. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
You're not going to get your major sponsor if you're so controversial here, Zan.
Hey, I don't know about the Panama Papers, none of that stuff. Listen, dude, I had a friend of mine, a couple of friends that thought, especially when I used to give out, relationship advice and all that kind of stuff. They wanted me to court controversy. I said, dude, I'm not built for that. I'm not built to piss people off and I'm just a mainstream, I'm easy to get along. I'm not built for that. You make so much money, controversy sells. Okay, you guys go do that. I'm not doing that. I'm just not, and I'm just not that guy. Maybe I'm too nice. Maybe I got whatever, but I'm just not. I don't court controversy. If there's anything illegal, I would not do it. I just don't believe in it. So to each his own. I know some people make a lot. Howard Stern made a whole lot of money off of being controversial.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't, Another guy you could study, they kind of underrated a lot. I know he's going through a whole lot right now, and they say he might be on the suicide watch because of all the stuff he's going through in the relationship. But Kanye West, he made a big transition from being a producer from Chicago. Hello, from Chicago.
Yep.
And he helped Common. He helped so many artists coming up. John Legend, all these guys he helped coming up. He the one that put Jay-Z on the map because all the beats he made for Jay-Z and Rockefeller Records and Dame Dash. and they told him he can't rap. They said he gave his tape to Dame Dash and those guys, and they all rejected him. Said, "You're not a rapper. You can't rap. You're a producer. Keep making beats." And Kanye took his own money, created his own record label, his own produced his own record, and then next they always then he got his Rockefeller chain. But he went from that to producing, and he got into fashion, and I think he makes more money off his Yeezys than his record contracts.
Well, we lost that game. Not great, but it's okay.
1-1. It's the best. 1-1 is the best.
It's the best. Did we only play 2? I guess. Yeah, I guess it's 7:35. Anyway, that was good times.
Joe, me and
we still got to fix the stream. It says like looking for a game to capture. We got to fix that for next time. The one time Drew doesn't show up.
They go to town in the chat room, man. He left his big count his dog's name. Me and Harry Radcliffe used to live next to each other. It was brilliant. He says, "No, mate, Panama, we both fled when things went south." What has the street turned into?
Good times, guys. Good times. All right. Well, that's it for tonight. Back on tomorrow. Hold on. Let's double check. Make sure we're on tomorrow.
Friday.
Tomorrow, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. We will see you there. Thank you guys for the love.
Thank
Come
you guys.
on back. We'll see you then. Believe. Much love, everybody.